Welcome back to another week of Match of the Day. This week we've got games from... Nah, that's the wrong show, man.
Right.
Say what, you thought we took Gary's job, yeah? Justice for Gary, bro. You think we're going to sell Gary out, bro? That's our dog. Come on, man. Justice for Gary. Anyways, let's get into it.
They don't want to see us on Match of the Day, blood. Do you know what I mean?
They're saying that they want to see attacking fullbacks on Match of the Day.
They don't want to see us win now.
Why would they, you know what? Before we even get into stuff here, let's have a bit of fun today because there's some football stuff, but we're going to be silly today. What did you think of some of the comments when they were talking? Bro, this is why we can't go Match of the Day. This is why we canch go Match of the Day.
Yeah, go on.
People are going to be talking.
Match of the Day, we're not going to have
Match of the Day becoming...
Hey, yo, pause! Match of the Day, we'll have clip-ons, man.
What, you think you can say Iraqi on Match of the Day?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Go on, boy,
they got rid of Gary for even... Wait, listen. Now, I was going to say, all of the comments, what was your favourite one? When they were saying that if you won Match of the Day, what was your favourite one?
Hey, you know what? I feel like my own one was my favourite one with the fufu. You know what I mean? I thought that was my favourite one. But nah, do you know what? There was some funny ones in there. You know, there was some funny ones. I was busting up at that tweet. There was one that they put they put Tobes saying the punch. Remember? Like if CultureCams on thinking, it's like punch him up, punch his face. I was like, yo, I ain't gonna say all of that, man. I ain't gonna say it, but those are funny, man. I ain't gonna lie, those are funny.
There's been a lot, but like, it's hold to all of you in here, everyone that's inside. Remember, like, share, subscribe, notifications on. Listen, we're trying to take market share. If Match of the Day is finishing, let's try and get some of Britain to come and watch FTBL. Stoppage time. Get them in. But listen, man, you already know what time it is. As is custom here, if your team performs and manages to get 3 points, you have to congratulate that. So no matter where you're in the world, whether you're in London, Lagos, Paris, wherever, if you got 3 points this week, hold tight 3-point collectors. So, man, it's not easy, man.
Big up.
I'm not used to this anymore, bro. It's like,
hey, listen.
my team's not
It's been a
stressing
week or two for me.
Bro, I had like 5 weeks, bro.
It ain't easy.
Hold tight the participants as well. Listen, game of two.
The game is
Two
the game,
teams,
you know
innit?
what I mean?
Can't play the game by yourself. In the house stuff. Got to play against someone. So, and hold tight, the teams that are in a bit of a sticky moment. But let's start with a team we haven't spoken about at length for a while. Team that's top of the table, Arsenal. Comprehensive victory today. 3-0. First half, get it done. I believe they are the first team to have 3 players score 10 goals this season. They're only the second team in Europe to do that, behind PSG.
They're for the front threes or something.
Well, listen, that might be an FTBL culture.
Yo.
You might have to speak on it.
Might be a little bit of an investigation. What?
Only
Only
two
two teams?
you know what I mean? In the NBA, there's no more big threes.
Over 10 goals,
Yeah,
and it's March.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean...
That's an anomaly, surely.
Yeah, but you might have to speak on
Investigating.
Three high.
FTBL culture, we'll bring you that.
But, yeah, Martinelli is someone that we've spoken about a few episodes here and there. He looks like he's back in form. Maybe the competition is doing something to him. Trossard, again, we don't have to beat a dead horse, but we said it that would be a sign that people
I don't think
will
we've
do
really
well.
spoken on him too much, to be fair.
No, we were saying that it's going to be a good sign and that he's probably arguably better than Martinelli. I think we've said that a few times here.
In my opinion.
But in general, that's what they need to be doing now. When you're leading the chase, you just have to keep giving
on a
City
performance
to...
like that. I think against a Fulham side as well, let's not get it twisted, that has been getting all the praise about how well they're doing and playing at home. I thought, in my opinion, I expected a much better performance from Fulham. I thought they were going to come. I think a lot of people saying kind of no Paulinho today was going to be a big miss, and you kind of felt that in their defence.
No Willian as well.
Gifting them chances, creatively kind of going forward, that would impact them. But Arsenal made it easy as you like, bruv. I think there were moments where, bruv, I thought in the first half they could have easily been 6 or 7 up, if I'm not mistaken. There was one moment, I think Tosin gave the ball away and they played this kind of free pass move. I swear to you, Wenger would have shed a tear. I said, bro, some of the stuff they were playing, I was like, fam, these men are a problem. But Trossard, I think, has to get special mention.
I'm getting a VAR here. I'm getting a VAR here. We're hearing that we need to do a recall on something that you said, Fuad.
Right, what was that?
What's this?
Production, can you assist me on the VAR here, please? they are saying that you were violating Trossard and saying he was Brighton level.
I am seeing that as well. The VAR is indicating that. But we got to draw the lines, actually. So.
Yeah, we have to draw the lines. Can you help us draw the lines of...
Right. So if I'm not mistaken, I said Trossard was a Brighton level player, and when it came to Arsenal, I said in the long term, I can't see him commanding a starting lineup place.
But Brighton level player to be doing things at Arsenal now, you got to maybe say you.
But in
I wasn't
Brighton level,
familiar
what do
with
I
your
mean
game.
by that? Premier League proven. Nothing wrong with that. Is he not Premier League proven?
He's trying to do that.
He's trying to dance around that one. He's trying to dance around that one.
Hey, you know what?
No. He ain't escaped that one. He ain't escaped that one. If you say he's a Brighton,
they try to get me.
if you say he's a Brighton level player, that means you think that he's not Arsenal quality.
What do you mean? No.
Because yes, that is what you mean.
That is not. I've never said Trossard is going to be a flop at Arsenal.
Yeah, but if you said that's a Brighton,
Trossard, I actually wanted at Spurs. Let's not forget.
but what's
bro.
the tone in which you said he's a Brighton
he's a
level player?
Premier League
Tone matters.
Because Arsenal are trying to compete for titles, right? So when you're signing a player from Brighton, for me, that doesn't indicate you're trying to push for the titles. And this is probably a comment coming off the back of the January window, where I said they're trying to go for broke and go for Mudryk, which is possibly a signing that they think will push them to the title. But when you go for something like Trossard, what does it indicate? It says, you know what, maybe I'm not trying to go all out, but hey, if he's proving me wrong, I ain't mad at it.
Hey, Arsenal fans, you know who stood with Trossard and the Jorginho signing. That's what I'm going to say.
Hey, Jorginho, no, that one I didn't co-sign.
Yeah, you know who
sure.
co-signed that
sure.
signings. That's what I'm going to say, but go on.
Yeah, I was a bit sticky on that one, man.
Trossard.
What's the guy for BT, the referee? No, but oh, wait, hold on. Wow, they're saying that you compared him to Zaha.
What?
The evidence is coming in, Fuad,
What
bro.
evidence?
We gotta pull up
This
right
the
now.
evidence that got
like
Pooh
time-
Shiesty bagged. You know what I mean? This is the evidence that got Pooh Shiesty bagged, man.
I would like to see the evidence.
All right, while he gathers his own defense case.
Yeah.
You talk to your lawyer,
DM me the evidence, guys.
Because that's a lie.
No, yeah.
DM me the evidence, guys.
This is what prosecution is saying, man.
That's my tweet shit. Is there anything
Can you read out?
related?
Can you read that?
Look.
Can you read to defense?
Trossard taking man for tango lessons. Trossard allowed to take 5. That's twice Trossard has
Hey,
hit the post.
the people
Bro,
know. The
it's
people
all
know.
good PR.
Man said,
people know.
you know what man did?
Hey, I'm
Man
looking
did
at my
that.
piece.
Man
It's
said
all good Trossard
Man did,
PR.
you know when OJ went, he went,
Hey,
I can't get my
busted.
hand. I said, if the glove don't fit, you must have.
Listen, the Twitter detectives, they'll find
Hey,
it.
what does that say? Trossard is 100% going to relegate Martinelli to the bench within 6 months. Who's lying now? Where's your evidence? I got mine. Yeah. Can't fuck with me.
You don't want to know so much of the day, bro.
Oh, some people are saying it's DR Sport. Oh, Fuad's got away. You know, Fuad's got home and away ground.
Spread betting, he's spread betting.
Fuad's got a home and away ground. That's the problem. That's the thing.
Ferrer's coming here and saying, we'll make top 4. He's going there. He goes, you know what? Depending on how other results go.
Hey, that's enemy territory.
Bro, somebody.
I got
Someone DM me the
This might
clips.
be lights on Fuad today, you know, because I remember when there was the Liverpool topic one time, and then Fuad came in here and said something like Liverpool will not make top 4, and I saw someone in the comments say, but he just said on DR Sports that they will make top 4. So I was like, yo, Fuad's a bit, I gotta check that out.
Play both
still.
sides so that if it goes right, you use this one. If it doesn't,
He's like,
I always got a clip I can pull up where I'm right.
as long as I balance the books.
Hey, let's get back onto
Yeah,
Arsenal,
no, real
man.
talk. But no, with them, they did what they need to do today. When you're leading the pack, you have to kind of make the people behind you sort of be like, rah. Like, how do we keep up with this? So fair play to them for that performance. As you said, some of the football was swashbuckling, scintillating. Those are sort of the words you used to describe it.
They got Thingy back now. Jesus is back.
Jesus
Partey,
is back. Yes,
Partey was
well,
fit.
yeah.
he played well.
So, you know what I mean? They're getting their squad back at the right moment. They're about to get international break as well. Obviously, they don't want an injury out there, but for Jesus, he probably won't get called up if the manager is actually thinking about him.
Yeah.
So he probably won't get called up. So that's more time for him to get fit.
Yeah.
And not miss any games. So
Yeah.
Arsenal are in a good place right now. Everyone's looking at their April. I think they're gonna get through that April personally, pretty decently.
Do you reckon? Well, there's two things here. There's someone I want to shout at as well. I think some of the super chats actually mentioned it, but which is who's Gabriel. I feel like ultimately I've been like a
What do you
crusade.
mean? Who's Gabriel?
Centre
centre-back?
yeah. Because I've been the leader of like this guy's Bozo G might cost them, but it's like he has sort of he has freed
Hey.
himself.
Court cases on the mandem, you know.
Got it recorded. No way,
And hold on, DR Sports posted this 2 hours ago on their Clips channel saying Fuad with yet another opinion that hasn't aged well.
Wait, play it, please.
Shout out DR Sports first of all for their footage.
But I think Trossard has the ability to be there.
I look at Trossard and I'm like, I wonder if Brighton was his level. I'll be honest with you, there's a lot of times where players, sometimes I feel like they try and play above their levels, and I think someone like Drinkwater or something like that, I'm like, bro, you were at Leicester. That's fine. That's your level. It's like Zaha as well. I don't know if Zaha is a top player. West Ham would Trossard, will, I guess a prediction, Trossard ever be Arsenal first choice? Like week in, week out. I would say no.
Long term.
You're lucky they
No, they want to cut out. No. Play the foot. Play the rest
It's
of the
not. It's literally that's
they
the
want to
clip.
cut out when they talk about.
They got you. The evidence. If this was caught, you're going for
The evidence is damning. And he perjured himself on the stand.
Man said,
Yeah, you lied as well. Yeah, you under oath, you lied.
What did I lie?
That's the extra 2 years.
Where's the lie?
That's the extra
you know
2
what
years
man said?
under oath.
Man said,
Now they got
and
you.
I said, I'm
You said Brighton West Ham
sorry.
level. You said it's Brighton West Ham level.
for the things I've
You take a
done.
breather. You take a breather. Let me get back
to
to what I was saying anyway. You look at Arsenal's April.
Yeah.
I think they're going to get through that. But even in this game, you were talking about Gabriel.
Yeah.
Like, you might want to go into it more.
Yeah.
But he's been very, very good this
been
season.
solid.
He's probably getting a little bit stained with the start of the season where I think he made like 2-3 high-profile mistakes.
Yeah.
But other than that, he's been nothing but consistent throughout the whole season. And now, if you were making a team of the year, he would be in that position. For me, in that left centre-half space, it will probably be Gabriel. So he scored I think he scored 2-3 goals as well this season, I believe
Something
it
like
is.
that.
He's coming up offensively, he's coming defensively. And as much as people want to say, a lot of times it was about his on-ball ability as well. I think he's showing good on-ball ability this season as well. So overall, it looks like he just needed a competent partner. One thing that people don't realize is that, one, I think it was his first couple years in the league, so he needs to adjust. He's young. Two, you need partners, bro. A lot of times people think, oh, this guy's holding this person's hand, but you need partnerships, especially as a centre-back. He's come in, Saliba's come in and done his thing. And now you got to think about it. If he continues to grow, ends up being maybe one of the vice captains or one of them kind of vocal players in the team, and then you got Saliba still growing, Arsenal have got a 30 back two for a couple years, bro.
That's the look of the whole team, though. If you think about what Arteta's tried to build, Arsenal tried to build. If we have Saka here, Martinelli here, and these players are bodying, and like we said, 3 players. I think it's Odegaard, the third player, to get 10 goals. If we grow this team, who knows how far we can go. But the reason why I'm particularly impressed by Gabriel is because ultimately he was the one that was always getting abused for the mistakes. If you look in recent weeks, the more quote-unquote composed centre-back is the one that's looked dishevelled. It's like the Bozo gene has transferred somehow over to Saliba. And what I give him credit for is, like you said, some positions and for the play partnerships. Centre-mids, centre-backs, definitely. Full-backs, you're a partnership, but you're not really with each other.
You're not a partnership.
It's those it's the central positions where your partnerships that if this person's having a bad day, I've got to lift you up. And we have to balance and know each other. And it's almost like he knows that this guy is super composed. And because he's super composed, he may make a mistake. I can't be erratic anymore. And I respect it because young players, one of the most difficult things is not knowing what you can and can't do. We see it all the time. We speak about all the time when we speak about the older pros. Someone like Vidic, he knows that, I can't beat you for pace. That's not in my bag.
Yeah.
I've seen Gabriel as a centre-half grow this season, and I credit him for it because if they're going to win the title, a lot of it will be because of how well they've been defensively. I can't remember their clean sheet record, but their clean sheet record's very good.
I think away from home, they've only conceded 8 goals, I believe. I think they've got a better away from home record than they do home. In terms of conceding goals as well. Like they're the best team in the league, I believe, away from home as well. Away from home is really where you get tested a lot. You know what I mean? A lot of centre-halves can look really good at home. You look at Man United. At home, we look good at home. Away from home against the bigger games, we're getting 7, we're getting 6, we're getting... You know what I mean? So the good judgment is how do you handle these away grounds?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Arsenal handle it really well, bro. And their centre-halves handle it well.
No, you have to give credit. There's a super chat that came in that I really like the look of that super chat. Production, could you have that super chat first, then we're going to the rest of them. But this is a nice little conversation where we are with Arsenal. I think the Arsenal fans will like this one as well. The one by Akani, 45, the most recent one.
Yeah, give me 1 second. So Akani45 says, how many AFC players make the team of the season so far in the Premier League?
That's a good question.
How many AFC players make the team of the year? Saka, Odegaard, Gabriel, Partey.
You saying Partey over Casemiro?
Zinchenko. That's 5. Yeah, I've said when we did a half season one, I said Partey too.
Zinchenko, yeah, has to be the shoe-in, yeah.
Yeah, Zinchenko, Partey, Odegaard,
Who's
Saka.
been the best right backs in the
I
league
think
this year?
Ben White has a shot.
I was going to say, who's been the best right
Ben
back?
White.
We were
feel
saying
like
Tierney
for a couple
potentially.
weeks it was Tierney, you mean Trippier.
Sorry, we was Trippier.
I think Trippier is having a good
Trippier
season.
assist as well today.
Yeah, I think he's having a good
But he was
season,
at fault
I'll
for
be
the
honest.
goal as well, still. He had the clamour for the goal still.
Defend first, yeah.
Hype.
So what we're saying, there's an argument for 5,
There's
6.
argument for, I think there's definitely 5. And then if you want to add Ben White, maybe then you can say 6.
That's not a bad innings. We're the top of the league.
Top
so.
of the league.
Yeah.
You'd expect that though, wouldn't
Yeah,
you?
But
yeah.
it's- I mean, it's credit, it
most of
shows
the
you what
time
they're doing,
would
yeah.
get the team at top of the league usually dominate
Yeah.
it. So
Yeah,
I'd say, yeah, I'd say that.
Fair play to him, fair play to him. Let's go through some of the other super chats. We round off Arsenal and then we have to discuss United, of course. But
Yeah. So yeah, we got a ton of super chats.
let's
so
go,
big
let's
up
go.
all you guys.
Love for all the super chats, love for the money. We appreciate it. We know paydays not round the corner, so hold to all of you. Please, thank you.
Man should not round the corner.
Shows 101. Yeah, he's pocket watching, bro.
Well, you know when people
I said,
get
hey,
paid.
guys, you got paid this week.
Bro.
He calling y'all broke, man.
Maze is that guy that he knows when man get paid. You know they earn bread. Bro, it's your payday though. It's your payday. Yeah. Jeez.
Chuds101 says, Maze, don't finish me. In fact, Maze, they're all just saying basically they haven't seen you smiling this much in weeks, bro.
Listen, man.
Who
do know
got
how-
you
do know
smiling like
how
that?
bad it
He's
was?
got his hair done, skin's glowing. Look at the shine. Look at the shine on him,
Man
man.
said I was coming.
Bro, the beard is shaped.
Man said no grooming till we get
Everything,
free
bring my
points.
ting, bro. He's creaming different as
Is
well.
that when you're doing the hobo flex? Because of how Spurs are performing?
That's so crazy right there.
You guys ain't heard what he
Went
said on
overhead.
FTBL
You
Culture.
can't go back. If it goes overhead, it goes overhead.
Anthony Taylor, drop your address. My youngins will handle. That's from Big Rock. Thanks for the super chat.
Tobes are starting.
What? Yeah.
Tobes is inside
Tap
the
in
finals,
Tobes, wherever you are. Yeah. Have you seen what you've created? Have you seen what
everybody
you've
wants to
shifted
attack
the
everyone.
culture to?
See?
Now these
We
we've
don't
got,
incite violence on this platform.
listen, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Man, justice for Gary as well, though. But go on.
Ash with a super chat, £5 says Arsenal 9 clean sheets and 11 away wins while defending on the halfway line. That's a dig at United.
Yo, this has been such a each season there's like a new word that comes into the Premier League.
phrase.
A new phrase, a
Yeah.
new word. This season,
Defending the
it's
halfway line.
defending on the halfway line, like as if it's like a new invention. Like we've seen a million teams do that. You know what I mean? A million players. There's some crazy obsession with that
You don't
this
get
season.
any more bonus points for playing Highland. do you?
But bro, I don't know.
He also says, heard a lot about other center backs. Gabriel and Saliba have been ridiculous. Tim AFC says, more respect for Gabriel and Saliba is needed. He basically says 14 games, 11 wins, 9 clean sheets away from home. Colossal pairing. Saliba's debut season also cams with eye emojis. TBG says, tactical masterclass from Arteta. Made Fulham look like a training session. Saliba back to his best. Trossard phenomenal. Gabriel Jesus sharp. Vieira, especially from Thomas Partey. And Prince Quayama says Gabriel has been the best center back this season. I don't care.
Ain't that the guy from Welcome to...
Who? Prince
the guy
what?
from Zamudo?
I don't know what Zamuda is. What's that? What's that?
Made up African country.
Bro.
What's the... Is it
Dennis the Great Star says Gabriel top 3 center backs in Europe post World Cup for me. Ibby says I always forget that this is the youngest
Yeah,
team.
they
in
man
the
are
league.
sending bare super chats,
Yeah.
bro. We got a show to run, bro. Blood clot. We got blood clot.
Let the people say what they need to say, man.
man.
Let the people get involved, man.
Yo, are y'all here for super chats or you here for the...
Let them say what they gotta
Say
say, yeah?
what you need to say, man. Say what you need
The
to
whole
say.
life aspect, you know?
This guy's a hater, bro.
Guy.
They're giving you money, bro.
Supposed to hear the sound of his own voice.
Go on. Do your thing, man.
Ibby says I always forget this is the youngest team in the league. Odegaard has been around for almost a decade and man is 24. Saka, Martinelli, Saliba, all 21.
What? Are they still the youngest team?
I think it's
It might be Southampton now.
Last season they were the youngest team, but hey, same thing.
S goes center backs can't make mistakes without being called bozos now. And then
Maze's favorite word.
Fuad Ali says I think the back line being the second highest in the league. needs much more respect. Ramsdale has been turning it up this season as well, gone up another level since last season. Akani also says about Ramsdale, give Ramsdale his flowers, been excellent this season.
Ramsdale should be England #1 now. I can't lie. Nick Pope
I agree.
is dire. Pickford.
No, he can't. Wait, hold on. Wait a second. Wait.
Wait, Nick Pope has been dire?
Just because Nick Pope, he had one little crazy moment.
No, he has.
Yo, man went from team of the year to...
He's having these things where he's like, it's like,
think
bro,
England
you
have
know the
got a nice
Pickford
problem.
You know the Pickford disease. You know, not the disease.
Ramsdale
Yeah.
has that disease, bro.
He's true, but Ramsdale seems a bit more controlled of
his.
his.
Today he nearly injured himself doing a camera
Yeah,
save.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like,
No, but that's the theatrics. When you're doing that under ball control, I've got 5 yards. Oh no, the guy's here now. It's about rubber. You can't do that in more.
You know what?
but yeah, I agree. He should be number
Yeah,
one.
Ramsdale's
Number
been
one.
doing his thing. Well, obviously Pickford's in a relegation battle, and so it's not looking good. So I do think they should, maybe if you want to freshen up the team, maybe give him a chance. But bro, we can go through each and every Arsenal player and praise what they've done this season. But now the thing is, I was listening to Sturridge and Michael Richards talk yesterday. They were
tell
doing
them, man,
little chemistry
They're
there.
doing I'm just trying to be like you, bro.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what, same,
yeah.
same design.
Yeah, but it's true what they were saying in terms of, look, these are 2 Premier League winners, innit? And if they're talking about their experience of, they're talking about their experience of trying to win the Premier League or in title races.
You got to listen.
You want to sit and listen. And one thing is, we know Arsenal players are good. We know technically on their ball they're fantastic. We know the football they play is great. Now it's all about mentally. You know what I mean? Title races, whether we like it or not, a mental aspect comes into it a lot. And now it is about City will continue to win. I believe City have now won, which we will talk about City, have won 7 in their last 9. I think this is City's best run of the season so far. And you wouldn't think it, because when they dropped points against Forest, it was a little bit like, But City are like, okay, we're going to come, we're going to keep going, we're going to keep going, we're going to keep going. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's one of them ones where you got to think about it mentally. You got to think about it mentally. And City will have that advantage because they have been there and they have done it. But does that mean they're going to go and now win the league? That's not guaranteed. But we are going to see if Arsenal can do it. I believe they will. But it's now their time. This is the coming of age moment for Arsenal.
You believe they will?
I believe Arsenal win it, yeah.
You in your heart
in my heart of hearts, I still
don't.
think City.
And that's not you hating. That's
No,
just you. But
I
speak on why
I
you
think
or what you think might be the factor that
I think
switches it.
that thing that you said there, the mental aspect. I think last year you saw a young Arsenal team, similarly second youngest team in the league, leading that kind of fourth charge, and then mentally you almost felt like they came undone. I think this season they've added Gabriel, added Zinchenko, a bit more winning mentality, if you like. But I still think City have that experience. I think, what's the gap? 5 points?
It's 5 points, yeah.
I don't think 5 points is as big as people think.
It's only 2 games.
City still to play within that as well, who came to your ground and beat you.
Anfield.
If they chop that down to 2 points, I don't know if Arsenal have been through the rigours enough to cope with that 2-point pressure for, let's say, 6 or 7 games, see it out to the end. That's where I look at City and I'm like, these guys are actually starting to hit stride. And I think even in that Forest game, when we came in here afterwards, I said, even though they dropped points, I actually think from a performance aspect, that was City's best performance. I said, they're slowly starting to cook out. And you said now, 7 out of the last 9. I think they're starting to find stride. And I said, end of this season, the way Pep was talking those last couple of weeks, I said, he's leaving with something.
This is
It's
the point.
Champions League or a title for me.
This is the point of the season where if you speak to any Liverpool fans, this is when City start getting annoying.
Yeah.
Because every single week you're expecting them. Like,
can't beat this
can
guy.
you please drop points?
Yeah.
No. Can you please drop points? No. And that's when you start looking at your team, and your team might be the one that drops the point.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, you know what I mean? How do we react? And then the game comes. You know what I mean? That game, Arsenal versus City at the Etihad, it's going to go April 28th. That's going to be a blockbuster because they're definitely not going to be far apart from each other. Do you know what I mean? So that is going to be it. But yeah, it's all about this now.
To add to
all
this
about
context as well, like I agree with both of you, and I think where I sit on the fence is I feel that Arsenal can get the mission completed, but with City, and we've seen in the last few seasons when they have done it, there will be one person that decides to turn it on. And in the last few games and months, credit where credit's due, Jack Grealish is warming. And I'm not saying it will happen, but when it was Gundo, we didn't expect him to start going mad and scoring goals and thing. And we know that Grealish has the ability to do that. If for some reason he is released and gives that a little bit more, he might be the person that galvanized them back into it. I've seen it happen so many times. I've seen it with Gundo, who done it the season before. Was it
Gundogan done it this season. Obviously, Foden and Sterling were doing bits as
Yeah,
well.
but there's those that one player that goes for like a 6 or 7 game streak. I'm scoring every game. I'm doing something. KDB had this stint where he was just going insane. There always is one player in that change room that goes, okay, it's on me. I'm going to lead the charge. And I feel like Grealish is lining himself up perfectly to say, I've downloaded all the data. I've been performing well now. Let's
But
go.
the thing is, he doesn't score enough goals to probably be that type of
But
player.
Gundo didn't even, and then when he
true.
played advanced position,
Yeah.
boom, all it was is, okay, I'm going to occupy this space, someone take that space over there, and I'm doing it. And
Yeah, his performances are improving. Of course, his performances are improving. But the thing is, it's about, is he going to be the one to score the goals? Probably not. You would expect that to still kind of be in this moment, maybe a Haaland or something
100%.
like that. But at the moment, it's looking like he is one of the not only, but in that attacking area, Pep's trusted men. One of his trusted ones. He's dropped Mahrez again. KDB sat on the bench a few times. We know Foden is in and out. Obviously, Haaland, He's obviously goes with Haaland every game. But Bernardo chops and changes. Gundogan. It seems to be Rodri's always in there. Grealish is always in there. Haaland is always in there. Then the rest of it seems to be chopping and changing. So really and truly, we'll see who rises for City if they do go on to win the league or whatever. But it is that game. I keep saying that game. Listen.
Last year, you was a bus rider. This is your turn to be the driver. Grealish, lead us the way.
hey, he's Man City's player of the month. He's Man City's player of the month. You know what I mean? He got that. He got man of the match, I believe it was yesterday as well. Yeah, he's doing his little, bits, man.
Cup. Hey, listen.
He's doing his little bits.
I ain't hating.
KDB, can you contribute? Why are you on the bench? KDB, can you contribute, please? Can't do it by herself.
Don't get too crazy now. Don't get too crazy.
KDB, can you contribute?
let's slow it down. Let's slow it down a little
He's been
bit.
waiting for this moment for years.
The prophecy.
If you know stoppage history, he's been waiting for this moment for years. It's like KDB's decline, Grealish's rise. We're here! Finally!
City not winning the league.
Do you know?
Now we'll see who the winners are.
No, but hold on, though. Hold on.
City don't win the league under Grealish's driving.
Nah, wait.
We're saying what Grealish won on bus diversion.
Are we not going to talk about the fact that Pep is starting 4 centre-backs? Or what? Because, I mean, he's the tactical genius that reinvented football. So, what's going on? 4 centre-backs? Is that what we enjoy? Is that how we enjoy football now?
Here, brother.
Yeah, Ake left back, John Stones right back.
Ake has been one of the best defenders in the Premier League this season.
I said the same.
Hype.
Even when people are talking about Gabriel, you're forgetting Ake. Ake has been a standout this season. I can't lie to you.
Oh my God.
Listen, people, you're saying, my God, has he not?
Listen.
Has he not?
4 centre-halves.
Has he not?
4 centre-halves.
England used to do
Look at that. Look, this is what he's focusing
4
on.
centre-halves. People, listen, no, honestly though, people are wondering, they talk about why City don't attack as well and stuff anymore. You have 4 centre-halves. Yeah, I mean, you're talking about Ake. Yeah, Ake's been left back half season. That's why they're not flying forward and they're not crossing it from that side of the pitch. Walker
Who's
doesn't
playing right
even...
back?
John Stones.
That's your guy.
Walker, yeah, of course, he's more versatile. He had a great game yesterday as well. But 4 centre-halves. I thought Pep was the tiki-taka and he reinvented football.
Yeah.
If Big Sam played 4 centre-halves, what are we saying? You see what happens?
Sean Dyche.
Flirting,
This is the luxury you get.
harassment.
This is the...
Perspective is everything, people.
Nah. Context.
Perspective.
Man, I'm removing all context.
Perspective. If Sean Dyche played 4...
Did they play like they had 4 centre-backs?
Yes, they did.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Some of Stones'
What,
crossing.
hold on, was Ake flying forward,
Some
yeah?
of Stones'
Get
crossing was
involved. Who's
concerning.
getting involved? I saw
Some-
some underlaps.
Straight running.
Yo.
Like this.
I'm telling
Really
you.
like Freddie Flintstone. No, some of John Stones' crossing, I was like, yes.
No.
It's not the long diag. You got to
They laughed at Ben White first. Now they're saying team of the season. First
wait,
they
hold
call
on,
you
hold on,
crazy,
hold on.
then they understand.
John Stones has done the right back thing before. Listen, John Stones played even at Everton. He did the right back as well. Pep didn't create John Stones right. I hope you guys don't get this image. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I hope not.
Ake at left back.
I hope not. Ake at left back. Well, wasn't he not doing that for Chelsea when he came?
What? What are you talking about?
So what's wrong with it then?
So what's wrong with it? Is he
They are
left back or is he
centre-halves
not?
by trade.
No,
They are
but
centre-halves by
but you
trade, are
said
they
that
not?
But is
you
he
said that
playing
they
the
don't
role
They've
well.
done it before, but
So
they are
what's wrong-
centre-backs by trade.
Yeah, but
playing the role
Kyle
well.
What are you talking
but think
about?
back, Kyle Walker can't play because
Why can't Kyle
is
Walker
Ben
play?
White.
he's been doing a
Hold
mad
on.
thing.
So is Ben
Wait.
White.
Why can't Kyle Walker play?
Off the pitch issues, you know.
What off the pitch issues? What off the pitch issues? I ain't seen them. Nah, I ain't paying attention to Kyle Walker's life. If it work out about Kyle Walker's personal
But
life for.
4 centre backs.
Yeah,
I don't
4
think that's a
centre-backs.
problem, in all honesty.
You don't think so?
Aki has been playing well.
Of course
I
you don't,
think
because you play
Stones-
Jaffet and Janga fullback. Get out of my face, man.
Alright, cool. Let's rein it back in. Where is Tanganga actually?
He's on the bench.
That's what we like. It's your best prospects, no?
No. Don't do that. We got Oliver Skip there, man.
Alright, cool. Let's rein it back in. Obviously, we spoke about Arsenal. We touched on City. City midweek, massive game against Leipzig, by the way, because ultimately it's 1-1, right? If they do not go through, if Josep Guardiola does not get his team through, we'll have big discussions next week.
Nah, they'll
And
go
wait,
through,
can we announce it next week? What we'll do next week? Can we announce it? It's good. Add placement now.
What we doing?
Yeah. We can.
I'd place
We
it now
can be.
next week.
We can be.
Oh.
Y'all know what time it is.
Ding, 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 ding. Breaking news. Next week, the return of the court. So you have a week.
Court is back in session.
Prep your paperwork.
We need all paperwork.
Put out your warrants.
Yes.
Get your gowns ready.
Charges.
Charges will be sent. People will be put down under the
putting
prison. Listen,
cases
so
on
you already know what time it is. Last time it was fun. This time we want you to get involved as well. So make sure you send us the cases. Send us the paperwork as well. You can't just say this person needs to be convicted. We need paperwork. We need evidence. And we don't want to be the big cases. We deal in local areas as well. If there's court cases out in
municipalities.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If there's court cases out in Italy, I want to know. I want to know what's going on out there.
Deltas.
Yeah. I want to know. So next week, court will be back. You know what to do. But some people that might be going to court, look at the segue. There's a great leader that may need to go to court for some of his recent behaviour.
Talk to me.
The Red Devil at Manchester United. Casemiro is going to be suspended for 4 games.
This court case won't land. Court case won't land.
You saying the
Can't give
charges
a
a
court
week?
Yeah,
Charges a week.
This is a slap on the wrist, man. This is a slap on the wrist. You know what I mean?
Why is it a slap on the
This is
wrist?
a slap on the wrist. He can't go to court. He can't get
Can
sentenced.
we have a discussion?
have a discussion?
100% because I'm fuming about
Because
that.
3 games now, I think it is. Red card.
2 red cards and then
The 7-0, of course.
Yeah.
which
You know what?
is
I'm
one
gonna
of
give
the
you
worst
credit
goals.
as well. I'm gonna give you credit because was it the Booking versus Palace?
Yeah.
said it's childish.
You said something about he's taking it's going too far. No, it was the red card.
Yeah.
It was the red card. You said, listen, all right, he's getting a bit. I'm
real
seeing a
men
bit.
thing, I like
I'm
it.
seeing a bit ill discipline. And I was like, nah, you know what I mean? Maybe it shouldn't be the red, but to go and do this now.
It's too many games, and what is it? I think it's 8 games.
8 games this season, he'll have
Total
missed
is
through
gonna miss
suspension.
I don't know, especially when you're one of the leaders, one of the characters in the
pillars.
dressing room. Yeah, and especially when United fans know the level drop off when he's not there to McTominay. Bro, you are too costly to your team to be doing stupidness like that,
Stupid, man.
Like, I can't explain. But what do you think?
Bro, like, listen, just CC Tobes' rant on Romero, CC CultureCams, you know what I'm trying to say? But nah, bands aside, honestly, bro, it's unacceptable, man. It's unacceptable. Like, look, some people are going to say it shouldn't have been a red. For me, it was a red card. You know what I mean? You jumped, first of all, you jumped into the tackle, which made you even land on top of the ball, which then made you follow through. So if you didn't jump in tackle, it wouldn't have happened. So it all happened for a reason. And I believe, I understand, especially in this day and age, why you'll give a red. I get it. Some people are bringing Saka versus Villa, or something happened to Felix the other day as well. I get it. It's inconsistency, but we know it's inconsistent. Don't give these referees an opportunity to make a decision. And Casemiro is doing that too much. Same thing with the red card. As much against Palace with that thing, I was like, you see it from a different angle, maybe not. But why is your hands there? Yeah, I mean, the situation against Palace. Okay, he didn't get sent off or anything, but you know you got a game against Arsenal. We really need you, and you were a bit reckless again. So his ill discipline in these situations is frustrating, bro. Missing 8 games so far, by the way, he can come back and do it again. You know what I mean? Missing 8 games so far this season through suspension, when forget about how important he is. Okay, if he was so important and he's 21, 22, cool. But you are actually the experienced, meant to be leader of this team as well. So for me, it's super, super frustrating, bro. It's annoying because you know how important he is to us. But not only that, let's keep it 100 as well. Lately, he's been moving mad, even in his performances. His last couple performances as well.
5 or 6 games.
Yeah, I'll probably say last 3 weeks, his performances have not been good. Like,
They're
lately,
saying Casemiro's on the Casamigos, boy.
yeah, bro, I don't know if he's I don't know if he's getting waved off the Carabao Cup. You didn't act like this after trophies in Spain. What one? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the fact that he never got a red card at Real Madrid, now he's got 2 red cards, like nearly bounced back-to-back games or something, or separated by one game.
Yeah.
It's wild, you know what I mean? It just makes you think, bro, keep your head. We need you on the pitch. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? I want to see how Ten Hag handles that because I guarantee you, if it was a young player, if it was a young player, we'll hear about all this kind of discipline and all this kind of things that he's working on to make sure this guy doesn't do it again. I need to see if that's the case for Casemiro. And I know first and foremost, he's now defended it like it wasn't a red, but it's the heat of the moment, whatever. But I need to see what happened. Bro, Casemiro cannot be doing that. And especially the sympathy is less capped when your performances have not been good lately. On the ball especially. Like, it's weird. His Hollywood passes are the ones that look better, but your actual general passing is not sticking at the moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if it's coincided with, since Eriksen's been out of the team, is he not, you know what I mean? Is it not, there's no connection there or whatever? But at the moment, he's just off it. Even defensively a little bit. He just a little bit off it. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the Premier League intensity, and now he's played a lot of games and it wears on your legs and he plays every week. But the reason why I can't accept that as well is because you've missed games through suspension, bruh. That's your rest. That's your rest. You know what I mean? You've missed 4 already.
Shout, you know.
You've missed 4.
You're right.
I can't even say tired. You've missed 4 already. Now you're about to miss another one. So when he comes back to the end of the season, bro, when you come back to the end of the season, bro, I'm expecting nearby 10 out of 10s every performance.
Yeah. You mentioned the Ten Hag and how Ten Hag would react to him. It's interesting because, of course, the big talk from the last game was how would Ten Hag react to Bruno. And, of course, Bruno played the next game. But United are in an interesting position because you had some fans that were genuinely thinking there could be a title charge, which is fair to say. You had some fans who were being more realistic, but you're now in a position where you've gone from being 5 points behind, Arsenal's now being 16.
8 points. I don't think we closed the gap to 5. Was it always
At one point it was 5 with a game in hand. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever been properly 8 points. Yeah.
But it's now gone
Doubled.
to what?
16 now.
It's doubled, yeah. Mm-hmm. How do you think there's like a Carabao hangover? Do you think it's just a moment where a lot of people's worries before, which was we're getting the results, but the performance is not great, creeping up, or is it just
I definitely think there's you can play a part of it. You can say is a Carabao hangover, but the thing is, Man United. You got to remember, Man United have played 11. They played 11 games in February, I believe it was, which is insane. Do you know what I mean? 11 games in February in all competitions. So it's going to come a period where Manchester United are not going to be performing well. I know this. Do you know what I'm saying? But you don't want the results to turn. It's problem when the results start turning. At the moment, okay, it's been 2 games. The 7-0 is crazy. Do you know what I mean? They bounced back against Betis, low intensity Betis, man. They're hype job. Do you know what I mean? Then you come back into the Premier League where, again, people are in your faces, battling. Obviously, Casemiro does his thing. Respect to the players for sticking out, I guess. But at the same time, a lot of what you have your issues with this Man United team, that I always say that ugly head is starting to peak out. Yeah. You know what I mean? The technical level of Manchester United, very low. The actual technical ability. You look at Arsenal, you look at Man City, you look at Man United technically compared to them, on the ball, Man United are way lower. You actually look at, if you break down Manchester United individually, like I keep saying, goal difference is the best way for me at the moment to see and reflect what Manchester United are. It's not a surprise why Manchester United are +6. So when people were talking about title race, I'm like, Manchester City have +40 goal difference. We are +6. This is an indication of what's going on in the season. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And you look at Manchester United at the moment, I actually think, I don't want to say miracles, all this stuff, miracles is too far. But in terms of the job that Ten Hag is doing for us at the moment, or what we are actually doing, we are kind of in a weird way punching above what, if you actually look at our individual performances. You look at Sancho, he's been away, first and foremost. He's come back, he's decent cameos, but now we need something, nothing special. We have a winger who hasn't created a chance this season, a big chance. We have our midfield, Anthony, he hasn't created a big chance this season. Yeah, literally. You look at our midfield.
Can we sentence him today?
Wait. You look at our midfield. You look at our midfield. Not one person in our midfield has completed 80% of their passes. Do you know what I mean? You look at, we've got a striker that hasn't played. He's only played 15 games this season. You've got a striker who got signed for pressures per 90 instead of actually putting the ball in the back of the net. If you actually look individually
think
through
coming into the
Manchester
season,
United's
though-
team, you look at it individually,
Yeah.
it's not a great team. I keep trying to tell people,
I think
we are
coming
not a
in-
great team.
I think coming
we are
into the
in the
season,
right
though-
position. We are where we should be.
Yeah.
We are where we
I
should
was
be.
going to say, I
I'll
don't
let you
think
go.
you're punching above expectation. I think you're right.
Yeah, we're right. Yeah, I said
Like,
top 4 and trophy
yeah.
to start the season, and that is why. We got a trophy, and I believe we'll get the top 4. So that's where we are: top 4 and a trophy. That's why.
Production,
Look,
could we have that?
title stuff. Look, hey,
Could
it's
we have
egg on
that
their
super
faces
chat
anyway.
about the rebuild? That's a nice question. Let's go through a few super chats. Whilst we're getting the super chats up, please remember, get the likes up, share,
We're not
subscribe,
even on 100
notifications on.
likes yet.
Come on,
No,
man.
we are.
Come
We're
on,
on
man. Spam like.
163.
Okay.
We have over 2K.
Sorry, my I need to refresh my thing maybe. Sorry.
I think so.
Yeah, let's get those.
I was like, yo, what's going on here, bro?
Ash goes, are we allowed to criticize Sancho yet?
You can criticize him. Yeah, of course you can. There's gonna come
Is
to
that
a
not what's been happening?
there's gonna come to a point where, to be honest, yeah, if with this game, I thought like Sancho had a couple decent touches. I thought once Casemiro got sent off, his game's gonna be neutralized. I thought he was gonna be the one subbed. I was surprised when he took off Weghorst. But Sancho he's just gonna he has to get himself in the starting 11 and playing week in, week out. If he can't get himself in that, then Man United are probably gonna have to start looking to sell him.
Yeah.
Sell him, or with his wages, it's probably
can't
going to
let
be
him
one of
out.
them situations where you got a loan to buy, an option.
Yeesh.
Who
Was it
knows?
400
But
bags?
he's on something crazy. So it's going to start coming to that position. But just got to hope he finds some form, man.
Now, here, let's wrap through the super chats because we've still got a lot to go through.
Yeah. Prince Koyama asks, is United closer to Chelsea or Arsenal in rebuild?
That's a
Is
good
United
question.
what?
Closer to Chelsea
United
or
in
to
the rebuild.
Arsenal in terms of their rebuild?
Chelsea's
you
rebuild
mean,
is
though?
very hard to gauge because Chelsea have tried to buy a whole crop of new youth system, 7-year contracts, and it's like, does that rebuild take 5 years? I don't know.
Basically, like who are they closer to in terms of development? Are they closer to Arsenal right now, or are they closer to Chelsea?
I think it may be Arsenal in the sense that if United signed
What?
3 players or so,
It's obviously Arsenal.
yeah, Chelsea's rebuild is very.
Chelsea's
Well, I
is
guess
very,
this guy's probably trying to insinuate that Chelsea, the way their trajectory is going, they'll be closer to United than United are to Arsenal.
Where's Chelsea's trajectory right now? That's what he's saying. The 2
I
wins.
thought Chelsea are at the start of their rebuild.
That's what
and
I'm saying.
Arsenal are at the
I think-
end of
I
their
think
rebuild.
Chelsea don't even know what their-
essentially.
Chelsea
it's
don't even know
kinda
what their
where in
rebuild is
between
yet.
that- No, but that's what I
Yeah.
imagine the question is phrasing it as. So where do you kind of stand? Are they closer to Arsenal? The end of
Yeah,
their
I
rebuild?
think we're somewhere in the middle. Yeah, I mean Chelsea just started it. We're 8 months into it. You can't really say that we're anywhere yet. You know what I mean? We're not anywhere near. I don't think we're near Arsenal yet, like
think
that.
they're closer to
but I
Arsenal.
think I was just about to say. I've said I think next season we can compete for the title.
Yeah.
Which is where Arsenal will be competing for next season.
Yeah.
So I believe we are closer to Arsenal than we would be to Chelsea. But that does not mean we are close to Arsenal at the moment. Manchester United still need, I've said it time and time again, Man United still need an overhaul, bro. These players, overall, I don't even care if Man United win the treble. They don't fool me, bro. Overall, Manchester
me, bro.
United still need to do it overall. Bro, we can go and win the Carabao, FA Cup and Europa League, which is possible. Who knows? But it does not mean that all these players should stay, in my opinion. We still need to change the squad around.
No, fair answer.
Jamal goes, Manchester United surrounding a superstar with random dead players and wonder why they end up drowning despite putting in performances initially.
Who's that about? Oh, Casemiro. Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, he's making a good point. That's happened a lot in our time.
Support says, I thought Carabao was supposed to push man on.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I thought too. And then they lost 7-0 and it was like, hold on.
This guy said, Arsenal fans made Lies change his profile picture. They had me on photo. They had me contacting Mark with my
this guy-
Photoshop.
Putting up Arsene Wenger and Arsenal.
This guy is
kits
a beg,
in his-
man. He's a beg.
Wait a big, I got it changed.
Yeah,
He's a beg. He's a beg.
Oh man.
Is that it? Is there any more? Or
Nah, but they want you to talk about Lavia.
Oh, yeah, he balled today. Did you watch the game?
I did, yeah.
Yeah,
Lavia.
Lavia balled today.
Lavia. We'll talk about relegation soon, but Lavia, once Southampton come down, we have a plan for you.
Yeah, City are probably going to want to
What, their buyback?
get rid of Calvin Phillips, bring him to
we
be
have
the...
we have a plan for you.
Easy.
to be off
We have,
the
we
bench,
have a
innit?
plan for you.
Literally.
You know what, yeah? Question, yeah? Pep doesn't usually get it wrong, yeah? But did he get it wrong there?
I mean, to say did he get it wrong?
No. As in that, because with the situation from what I recall is, he was always openly vocal about how good Lavia was. He was the captain at under-21s. He was winning them. He was even chipping in. He was doing more than his defensive duties. He was showing so much. the original story is that he came through the whole KDB Cup, but that's neither here beside the point. And it was like, you know how good this kid is. And it was like, Calvin Phillips. It's like, this guy's ready. Everyone in that building was saying, this guy's ready. Calvin Phillips. And that's why he then made the move. It's like, well, if I'm not going to be played. And how much is Calvin Phillips?
I wouldn't say it's a
56
mistake.
million,
Look, you don't really know how he would have. Look, if he had stayed at Man City, he would have made like what 5 games this season.
Cole Palmer style.
But yeah, I mean,
No, but what's the... No, but...
Rodri
reason
is
why I say
ever present.
Was it Rico Lewis?
Rico Lewis, yeah.
Get embedded in and stuff. I've seen Pep bedded.
Yeah, that's because Kyle Walker's
Cancelo's
on his way out.
off.
Cancelo's moving mad. By the way, Cancelo grabbing goals and assists up in Germany, but
And
we'll speak
Davies
soon.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, but then you look at it, he wouldn't have really had because, as I said, Rodri's ever present. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
no,
it
true.
would have
That's
been hard
true.
for him. Sometimes
That's true.
guys have got to go away, display
come
their
back to the
talents,
nest.
and then you can come back.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Man City have first option.
Yeah.
Will they activate it? Who knows?
Right,
but
listen.
listen, I think apparently they were saying that Pep still has hopes for Calvin Phillips to come good or whatever. So
Interesting.
so,
No,
so who
Lavia,
really
we have a
knows?
plan
But
for you
Lavia's
still.
he's a baller, man.
We have a plan
he's a
for you
baller,
still.
bro.
What is there a few more? And then we're going to okay, cool. Should we quickly go Chelsea then Barcelona? We have to
Go Chelsea.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, talk Chelsea.
No, wait, hold on.
Go on.
Can I put my hand up?
Go on.
I got my hand up.
Go on.
Mr. Chelsea Blue.
I got my hand up. I got my hand up.
Chelsea representative.
Part in or part out?
As in now?
No,
Oh,
yeah,
what I said,
yeah,
I
yeah.
said,
no.
I said part out after the Spurs game.
So you're still part out?
That was an overreaction.
Hey!
Yo! There we go! We got
It
him!
was
There
a-
we got him!
But I said it was a reaction. Yeah.
Fickle fan
But I
base.
said, no, it was a reaction.
That's all I wanted.
But
The fickleness of a
reaction.
football fan. That's all I wanted.
reaction.
Yo, I was.
No,
I
but
was
I can say that with
I was monitoring Maze's tweets. You know what I mean? I was looking. I was like,
looking a little too
something's
positive.
going. Yeah, I was like, something's going on here. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna come on this place. I'm
Yeah.
gonna ask. And straight away, listen, I got
but you
exactly
know me.
what the
You know me.
fickleness
It
of
was
a fan
overreaction.
base. Yeah, like,
But again, like I said, it was the Spurs
see,
game. That
now
pissed
he's
me off.
back in. They'll lose the next game.
Potter
maybe.
era has begun.
No,
Our
for me, it's
season
not that.
begins
No.
today!
Bro, I thought that retired. You said that retired.
No, after
You retired
a
it.
Champions
No,
League
no,
game.
no, no.
After a Champions
Bro,
League game.
look
Bro,
at that.
when was the last Champions League game
Bro,
you saw?
look at that.
When was the last Champions League game?
I was in the Champions League last season, bro.
Last season, I'm champion. I thought I was going out. I thought I wouldn't see it next year.
Nah,
And then
that's
we win against a team that's won 10 games on the bounce. 10 games on the bounce. The mighty Jude Bellingham.
Take a look
The
at this
mighty
guy,
Jude
man.
Bellingham.
Take a look at
We
this guy,
defeated
people.
them. No, with the Spurs
Jude
one.
Bellingham hype. Anyway,
Boy,
you go.
Listen, that's conversation for another day. But with the Spurs one, you know, guys, I hate losing to Spurs. That pissed me off. And for me, it was the reaction I'm seeing now. I expected to see against Spurs. What I'm seeing now, I expected to see a few months ago. So for me, it goes back to what I said the week before, whereas I think he's battling for his job to the end of the season. And the question then was, what is the point of waiting to the end of the season? It's like, well, what can you show that you can build on? In the last few games, we've won. You're seeing small patterns. You're seeing that, okay, it's clear that he's definitely said, these are my players and the rest of them I don't really care about. You've seen that Chilwell is my left back, Cucurella, you can play on the inside and whatnot. Fair play. I don't think we've turned a corner. I wouldn't say we've turned a corner. I'll just say we're in a situation now where it's like, there's stability. You're not in free fall anymore. It's like, okay, cool, there's a stability. And now it's about, again, I think it's 11 points off top 4. I think that's I don't think the teams above us are that delusional to drop that many points. And I don't know if we can go on an unbeaten run where we're winning 5 games on a trot. But what can we do to the end of the season? What hope can you give fans that, you know what, next year we can actually kick on? That's all I've wanted.
Boy.
And credit to him. We spoke about in the GC when we were
Even
saying...
Eunice from Big Six Extra, he thinks I didn't see. Now he's trying to give the credit to Potter, fair play. It starts with fair play. Then
And
the
exactly-
next language is credit. Then it's, you know what, I can see something. Then it's, you know what, next season we're coming. I see these guys, man. All you flip-flop fan base. I'm talking about the representatives. I'm not talking about the general fan. These Chelsea reps that put themselves online.
Listen, man.
I'm watching all of you,
The thing
bro.
is,
All of you.
I'm there one thing. My anger came from losing to Spurs. My head was hot. It's the same way your head was hot. This is the worst defeat in the history of football.
That's the
It's
worst
the
defeat.
worst.
That's the worst
I've never
defeat.
seen anything like it, bro.
That's
We
facts.
lost, bro.
I didn't say Ten Hag out, though.
But that's different.
I didn't say Ten Hag out. Let me tell you that.
Would you say 10? But listen, there's stability, and how can we build on from here? Kai Havertz finding form. It's a weird one, man. Like, people are like, oh, have you finally unlocked him? I've seen Kai have these 2 or 3 games, and as we've always spoke about, what happens in the new year when you get past January? What do you get? Second half of the season, Kai. He always does that little
Chelsea
spell.
fans are saying they call it March Madness, and then you get 2 assists till the end of the season.
Kai, King Kai, Supreme Kai.
He's been cold.
Nah, he's done his thing. Mudryk broke the curse. They thought they had us. They thought they had us.
That header that he tried to use to bring the ball down. He tried to bring it down and control it for a volley. It ends up falling to my man. Hey, lucky.
They thought they had us.
They did still. They did.
It was a bit squeaky, but nah. Credit where it's due. I guess now they'll say Champions League. What can do? It's 5 games, man. 5 games.
You saying you might run it back? Kante's hearing he's loading up. He's right now. He's in that little healing pad like go pump. Yeah,
is that this?
He's in the ice bath right now, man.
Listen, man. You've got FTBL culture coming. I won't spoil what's in it, but listen, if you can run back one of those for me, I'll take it. I'll take it still. I don't know, man. It depends on who you get. And like I've always said, if it's knockout football, it's 5 games. Can you go unbeaten in those 5 games? Can you reach results? So I don't know.
I mean, if you get like obviously they're flying at the moment, but if you get a Benfica, did Inter Milan, they're coming. If you might get like a Benfica, Inter, something like that, with all due respect to them, then you might sneak yourselves into the semis, bro.
If this was last month, I would have said no. But in the last, we've managed to score 2 and 3 goals. When we scored 2 goals, one was a penalty, one was missed kick and foul. We scored 3 goals. It's like, okay, maybe we can actually score goals again. Anything is possible. But sorry, bro, you was gonna say the table?
I was gonna say, yeah, bro. You lot, what, 9 points behind us, basically, with a game in hand.
Is it 9 now?
Yeah.
Yo, the Prem is cooked,
That's
man.
interesting.
Bro,
Casemiro's missing for 4 games.
Wait, hold on, wait. Chelsea are back in the top 4 race, yeah?
Bruv, it says here Chelsea are on 37th. Oh, no. Sorry, I need to go back and do my maths.
Yeah, it's not. It's
says
how many?
what?
It's
It's 11
11
points.
Yeah, it's 11.
11 points.
I did the maths. Because do you know what I did? You know
when you get kicked out of maths?
when you get kicked out of school in general.
No. Not me.
Don't laugh. Don't laugh. That laugh was a little too loud. Don't laugh.
I got
Don't
my
laugh.
grades. I got
Don't
my
laugh.
grades, right?
Yeah.
I got my grades. Innit?
Put your grades on the table,
grades
B.
on the table with this score.
I was talking about university last week. I said, huh?
What, you say I didn't go uni, yeah? I was just that kid with the outside on the bike.
University of Hard Knocks.
You put up to raise. You put up to raise with your whip. That's what you were doing. Going to bigger fish. When the Ravens done.
Don't kill me.
Nah, me and with Chelsea, that's what it is. Let's talk on Barcelona very quickly.
No.
Go on.
Talk on Enzo. They want you to speak on Enzo.
Oh, my weekly Enzo report.
Yes, sir.
This week,
that assist.
this week I was impressed.
What was you saying on that?
This week I was impressed. You see me. Yeah.
See me.
Listen, no.
Speak on Enzo.
You
Speak about you.
Listen.
Forget you. You want Enzo chat.
Yeah, I gotta give you guys.
hi.
I gotta give you guys the background. And now, you know what I mean. You know, in English language, in English lit, this is what we need to do. Yeah,
Point,
I gotta give you
evidence.
everything. So listen, you see me. Listen, you Canadian, mate. You see me, yeah. You see me. What I said is, I don't watch Enzo and Benfica. Saw him at the World Cup. He was decent, a bit overhyped, but he was decent. And I've seen him so far, as I said, lacks running power, defensively frail, not impressed on that side. But one thing that I really picked up on this week and I liked, his weight of pass. I'm impressed.
I like
his technique.
I like his weight of pass. I like his weight of pass. It was good, man. Not even just the assist. There was some other ones where he was passing. And I was like, look, I like the weight of pass. You know what I mean? I'm impressed. So that's my weekly report. You know what I mean? As I said, I'm learning game by game. We'll see what happens next
One
week.
game at a time for Enzo.
Yes.
Well,
Yes. Until I finally got my full report.
Tell me I'm not lying.
What?
Xabi Alonso regen. That's what he's looking like. The thing is how often he favors the long range pass. I was like, bro, Xavi used to do that.
No, he just wants to progress into channels. He just wants to progress into channels.
Nah. I need to think about it, man.
He ain't seen enough. He ain't seen enough tape.
Xabi Alonso, you know.
Xabi Alonso, I think that's who he reminds me of anyway. What I've seen so far.
I think the major thing with Enzo at Chelsea is they can't expect him to be a DM. Just don't do it.
What are you saying? You need to sign someone next to him. Well, Zakaria.
I haven't seen him since his knee injury.
Hey, man. Listen.
And then
for like 2 months, he was Chelsea's best player.
Yeah, but he was holding us down.
That's true.
He was holding us down.
In the mud.
He held us down.
He was holding it down.
He held us down.
Stuck.
And then when he got injured at Fulham, we thought our season was done. I was like, oh my gosh.
Imagine your hopes being pinned on Zakaria. Yo, you're in the mud.
We were in the mud.
That's crazy. No, Chelsea, well done, man, on them 2 wins. Real talk. It's like Potter needed that. I saw him on the touchline against Dortmund. He looked animated. I was like, bro, that's what they want, innit?
Where did I say it? Was it here? Well, I said thank you to Arteta because you know when Arteta said, listen, with me when it was sticky, I had to win my 2 games. And Potter had won his 2 games. Like, he listened and,
All right, so Chelsea are brewing, innit?
I saw something and someone compared Conor Gallagher to Mikel, and I thought it was very disrespectful. I thought it was very, very disrespectful. I understood where they were trying to go, but I thought it was very disrespectful because Conor Gallagher is like he's our closer now. He comes on, gives energy, close the game.
Gallagher.
But no, you can't.
Gallagher.
Oh yeah, Josie used to do it.
Gallagher.
Gallagher.
They called
him Conor Gallagher.
Hey, that's funny. All right, cool. Let's quickly touch on this Barcelona thing because
That's for Chelsea.
go.
Yeah.
Go on, man.
The first one is about Gallagher.
Yeah.
They say, big up Conor Gallagher. They abused you and called you a dog, but he has shown he has Chelsea quality and should stay. Meanwhile, the savior Felix should not be bought. I got a dossier of
Actually,
evidence
I want
on
to ask you
him.
about that.
Go on.
Do you think
His
what
finishing
you've
is
seen-
atrocious, by the
bro?
way. I
Do you
didn't
think what
expect
you've
that.
seen, you still want to spend? Because initially it was like the first 2 games you were seeing little bits. Have you seen enough where in the summer you still want to blow the bag? Because that bag is going to be big.
The bag is. Would you spray that bag on one player and then how do you make that player fit into the system?
Well, you got Nkunku come in. You
That's what I'm saying. You got Nkunku
Gusto
come in. Gusto plays fullback though.
Oh yeah, Reece James. All of a sudden, Reece
I
James.
said-
All of a sudden, Reece
Gusto
James.
playing up front.
No, I'm talking about
Okay.
just improving the team,
Okay,
innit?
okay.
You all of a sudden,
I'm watching you closely. I know can't watch European ball like that, man.
man, think I don't know
There's-
that where
you see
Gusto
with-
plays.
You see with Chelsea at the moment.
Guys are chatting
We have it's very interesting. Koulibaly in the back 3 looks more comfortable now. It's like he's realised I can't do what I was doing in Italy. I'm just gonna kick it, header it.
Koulibaly
and everyone
needs to
does
stay
everything.
centrally.
Yeah,
That's it.
Like
Don't try and
Hey,
Martinez-
Koulibaly hype. Hey, listen. It's getting out of hand now. Now I'm hearing Gallagher praise.
No,
I'm hearing Koulibaly
No,
praise.
wait,
Get
wait,
out!
wait,
Put in.
Wait.
It's getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand.
To go to the João Felix question, when he came in, there was just no quality. And you know when you see little sprinkles of like little touches and everything, you're like, oh. The reality is he gasses out after 60 minutes in the Premier League, which is very, very tricky. And I don't think a team like Chelsea with the personnel we have, he can be that sort of, you've got the luxury. You have, when it's Hazard, it's different. But the concept's nice, but the practicalities of it, I don't know. And when you've got Nkunku coming in, I don't think you should play the bag enough.
So you won't keep Felix? Hey, well, I'll take Felix, man, all day long.
Well, Leah's put a tweet out.
Give me João.
Leah's put a tweet out, and it was a really good tweet. He was saying that he's a great player, but ultimately, where would he thrive the most right now going into next season? Would you say United? Possibly. Would you say Arsenal? Possibly. Would you say Chelsea? He's got good, great link up with Havertz, but is that what Chelsea need?
Not for me. He ain't moving me like that at Chelsea, I'll be honest.
And don't get me wrong, I was on the bandwagon because, like I said, when I saw those touches and everything,
I get it. When you're starving, you'll do that.
You got like 6.
No, but see, now this is what I mean, though. This is what I'm
Don't
not
turn
happy
your back
about.
on talent.
No,
not turning my
not
back.
even
I'm
that.
just saying the
Because João
practicality.
Felix needs to do more. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
I was
someone
gonna
that
say,
hasn't done enough, but has still got the craziest ratings. When you compare it to some other people, even Havertz, once per time, everyone had him like this, then everyone's calling him Shy Havertz and all this type of stuff. Felix hasn't gone through that from anyone, even though he's had some poor moments. But like, this is what I mean. Like, I feel like what's going on? Everyone just changing their opinion too quickly
it's
for
the
me.
fee.
Felix, hold on. Felix, it was like, he's the guy, blah, blah. Get Conor Gallagher out. Now I'm receiving super chats that Gallagher's the truth. Now I'm getting told Koulibaly's this.
I don't
Nah,
know about
man,
the
listen, you guys are changing. These 2 wins are gassing you guys a bit too much.
I don't know about the Gallagher truth thing. Again,
Give
I feel like
it 3 more weeks, I might hear something
like,
different.
With
You know what I mean?
Gallagher's done well in the role that he's been given in the team at the moment. Come in and give us, what's the thing that Workhorse is doing? Precious one.
P90.
P90,
Precious
so-
P90.
So yeah, no, but in general, let's just see where we can go from there, man. Barcelona. Where do we start?
Bro, they should have came to our court case. I wish it was this week.
Listen,
We
man.
would have sentenced them. We would have sentenced them, and that would have been the real court case. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Laporta would have been in this room.
I feel like Barca have been crooking their way
For anyone that doesn't
for a very long time.
know
though,
what we're
man.
talking about, and production, help me clear this up if I get it wrong, but it has been found. It's not alleged. It's been found, right? They've actually found.
No, it is alleged. It's
It's still alleged. Okay,
yeah.
cool. It's been alleged that Barcelona were paying off referees for a period of 2001 to 2000 when?
18.
That is
Just
a
in the
long
league, though.
time,
Just in
bro.
the league.
Since when?
Just in domestic football.
Domestic.
So
2001.
2001 to 2018.
17 years.
That is nasty.
Bro, look at it. Hey, look how they're paranoid. Look how scared they
Why
are,
are you
man.
paranoid?
Why are you paranoid?
paranoid?
Look how they're paranoid. I haven't
Nobody
mentioned
even
Messi, have I?
That midget. I mean Messi.
Bro, listen.
Nobody even mentioned him.
Listen,
What
I
are you
just
talking
watched.
about?
Actually, it was funny. I watched Don Ballon's recent video about Messi. You know what I mean? It was a great video, little video.
Yeah.
And then I was looking at it, and I was looking at that treatment that he had, right? That treatment. And I'm like,
So is this legal?
I mean, that's a bit shaky, but you know what? I'm not going to get into that too tough. But it's very, very interesting. That's all I'm going to say.
Similar
But
to asthma pops.
hey, I'm not going to go too much on it. But let's go into the into the referee thing.
So with the domestic,
Barcelona
domestic
crooks,
is domestic just the league or
I think it's league and cup.
league and cup? Okay.
It's
So
in a period where they've arguably dominated the most. I feel like, why the hell would you even need to pay? But honestly speaking, can any of us actually sit here and say we're that surprised? If you've watched Barcelona games over the last 15, 16 years, and you saw refereeing decisions and how football has even, dare I say, become less of a contact sport because of the influence of that great Spain and Barcelona team, how technically superior they were, referees are like, we can't harm the superstars of the game. And I always wondered, bruv, where did the narrative change? There almost seemed like a year in 07 or 08 where the referees just went, we're not fouling nobody. We must. And I feel like that was then.
08.
07, 08.
I know who came around in 08, boy.
Hold on.
I know who came around in 08. Hey.
Am I seeing Barcelona getting charged? And then am I also seeing Man City getting charged? There's one man interlinked with both things, though. Pep Guardiola, step forward.
We've got Guardiola. We've got
hey,
Guardiola.
We got him.
listen, ladies and gentlemen, we got it.
Bro,
Listen,
I'm telling you, there's
that's the
something
link.
there. There's something there. I don't know. All I know is for the longest time, I think Barcelona and refereeing decisions has been under the almost unspoken of murmurs in cafes where we go. But we all know the deep down truth.
He couldn't do the Spanish accent. That's what he meant. No, for me, if it's domestic, that's a bit weird. But I'm sure that they were doing some stuff. UEFA Lona was.
You're still bitter about 09. I get it.
That's not bit.
No,
Nah, man.
The UEFA I think UEFA were just infatuated with Barca. They just loved them. So
you're
they
saying
just
it wasn't
kinda-
paid? That
it
was
wasn't
pro
paid.
bono.
That was just like,
That was pro
you're
bono.
our prized possession.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
that's what we
promote
get
you.
accused for
Yeah.
in the Prem, innit? And that's what they try to accuse us with the things, you get me? But hey,
Your day will come, don't worry.
hey,
Your
no
day will come in
cases
the
come
light,
on
I
us,
promise
bruh.
you.
I cannot lie to you.
The
man.
shaitan.
Listen,
bruv.
I can't lie to you, yeah? Listen, man, I want him to have long life. The secrets that will be revealed.
look at that. They're wishing on
No,
my boys down.
no.
Look at that.
I said the secrets that will be revealed.
Look at that. They're talking like he's fucking Jimmy Savile or something, bro. Do you know what I mean? That's it. Man, I'm waiting for his death to talk about him, bro. You know what I'm saying? What the hell? This is the GOAT. Can you not talk about my man like that, bro? What the hell? Bro, you know what I'm saying, though? You see how he's talking? You see how he's talking?
Nah, that
on
was
him?
crazy still.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
You made that sound worse than what it was.
Bro.
Yo, if anything, let me know. Let me not say the name. Molina, you know who I'm talking about.
You're insane. You
Nah,
didn't
man.
even see what he did. All right, cool. Leave them, man. Usually we always talk about, the top teams, our teams. But something I wanted to get into is the potential relegation battle in the Premier League is insane. There are 5 points separating 12th and 20th. And you've got like some crazy teams now. I'll read out.
Did you say?
12th, yeah.
That's nasty.
12th, yeah. Chelsea, if we win one more game, we hit 40 points and we're safe. So we're still on our journey. But you've got Palace on 27 points, Wolves on 27 points, Forest on 26, Everton on 25, Leicester on 24, West Ham on 24. And the bottom three are Bournemouth 24, Leeds 23, Southampton 22. Now, you've heard the teams I've said there. There's Premier League heritage teams there. There are teams that are, they've tried to make projects. this is crazy that the fact that some of these teams can go down. And when you break down each individual team, it's even weirder. Crystal Palace, for example. And I've got a spill on Crystal Palace, but I'll do that in a second. Crystal Palace, they've not had a shot on target for 3 games consecutively.
Yeesh. Vieira ball.
They are in a state of they could just keep slipping down. Wolves can't buy a goal. They've had this thing where Portuguese, striker Fabio Silva and whatnot. It's not worked. Juan managed to get a goal.
They got 2 today.
Today, Juan got a goal today, and
no, they lost 2-1.
yeah, Juan got a goal today, and Neto played well, but they don't have a centre forward.
So that story of Neto.
Yeah, they don't have a centre forward that's going to get them goals. Nottingham Forest, they thought Chelsea bought better players. I don't understand Forest's team. Sometimes they cook. You said Stevie Coops, but it's weird. Everton. Oh my word. Everton. What do we even say about Everton?
Bro,
Sean Dash is probably going to get it done potentially.
Probably.
Bro, please.
What do you think? Of course he's staying up, man.
Leicester is a weird one because they had that, it was slipping. Remember, I raised my concerns.
They'll stay up.
They had form, people at their back. It's gone back down again.
They'll stay up.
West Ham now. Ben Rama's probably been their best player this season, and he's trying, but it's looking.
Boys don't even like him.
Ben Rama, their best player.
This season.
I ain't even. That's gone over my head because
this season is probably.
Great.
No, but that's how bad it's been for West Ham. No. Ben Rama's been like. If you ask West Ham fans, they'll probably tell you it's been Ben Rama. But you just can't like him. But that's what it's been. Honestly, I don't know if we've got many West Ham fans here.
I think West Ham is the one in danger of, sometimes we look at clubs where, they're almost too big to go down.
Yeah.
I look at West Ham, I'm like, I think almost the moment to part with David Moyes has kind of left them. And I don't know if I look at that team and they're still kind of buying into the Moyes message. I think you look at the previous time Moyes came in, he saved them from relegation. And it was almost like a new voice. He came in and it was like, all right, you know what? We can trust him. I think now it's almost like the opposite. They've had him for 2 years. He's helped them hit their peaks. They've tried to evolve a little bit this year.
Peak too far for them?
No.
European
The 2
semi-final.
6th places, they deserved it. For
No,
the squad
European
he built,
semi-final.
I feel like the West Ham have been overdue one of them kind of runs.
No, but I'm saying that in terms of you get there and then it's just to this. Crazy.
I think West Ham fans probably expected this last year when they got their first year.
Exactly.
In Europe,
So that's what I'm saying.
That's when it's happened.
Yeah.
But I think you see in that adaptation, and it comes to you whenever it comes to you, because I think even Stoke tried it a couple of years back. Whenever you try and change that kind of brand a little bit forward, it gets unstuck a little bit. And I think West Ham fans are even looking at it now like it's a lost cause.
Do you want me to go into the Stoke spiel? Because my Stoke spiel is not West Ham. It's a different team.
What do you mean?
My Stoke spiel is Crystal Palace.
Go on.
Roy Hodgson for 4 years consecutively was this coach that guaranteed Premier League safety.
Yeah.
And of course, the catchment area and what the club are, you can try and bring in young talents. That's why Vieira was brought in. What I'm seeing at the moment is what I saw at Nice with Vieira, where when you initially have young players, because they're a bit temperamental, but at the time of the talent, you can get good performance out. But when it's squeaky bum time, it's very difficult. Stoke went from stiff to Stoke Clona when they were getting the Brojan and all this, anything, right? Crystal Palace, 27, they can't score a goal. 27 points. They could easily slip down into the bottom 3 very quickly.
As soon as the young black boys are brought in.
No, I didn't say that.
Hey,
I did not say that.
yo, you man are seeing.
You brought Roy Hodgson out of nowhere and said he was keeping him up. And what's changed since Vieira came in?
What I'm saying is, in terms of Stoke had that stability.
You against
we
your
always
own
say,
days.
no,
South London.
You're done. We
The
always say
king of
some teams.
the king of BComs.
You're done.
The graduate of BComs.
This is what they've become.
Official footy blacklist. Kick it out.
He's trying to kick the black boys out.
Trey Townsend's bestie,
He's saying, bring back Danny Ward. James Tompkins.
What's the name of number 4?
Where's MacArthur at, yo?
Jovanovic. No, unreal. Away from the bench.
Yo, where's Connor Wickham and them man there, bruv? Whoa.
But Stoke, for years, they had that stability. And then when they tried to switch it up for maybe they sacrificed a few points in the league, play more attractive football, what happened? Free fall. You have to be very careful of how you do it. Yeah. That's all I'm saying. And I feel like they are the ones that potentially I worry about. Because if they don't store, Zaha's not in the goals, what happens? The team's not where it is.
But I can't lie, yeah. Like,
It's a tricky one.
it's a tough one. Like, you look at
They could fall through the trap door.
You
They
look at
need
the
to be careful.
table. Look, a lot of these teams in the Prem have just been kind of inconsistent. You know what I mean? A lot of them. When you look at it, Southampton have 22 points. Palace have 27 points. Yeah, 5 points separate 20th to 12th.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
everyone is in and around this mix though. So it can easily be 2-3 wins, and all of a sudden you're safe. Potentially, like it could happen that way because I can't see many teams being so consistent. Do you get where I'm coming from? So, do you take that risk of potentially getting rid of a?
I'm not
Vieira?
saying
No, I'm not saying you
Yeah.
are. I'm just saying the talk is about getting rid of him, right? So, do you take the risk of getting rid of a Vieira? But what did the Palace expect to finish 7th or something? I'm guessing they weren't expecting that. So. I think they just got to stick with him. Do you know what I mean? Of course, they haven't had a shot on target in 3 games. That's terrible. I think that's the first time it's ever happened in Prem. But I'm sorry, you sack whoever you want. If Mateta's up top and Ojo Ayew and Jordan Ayew,
Aye.
good luck,
Bruv.
Good luck to
Aye.
any club,
Aye, you brothers.
bro. Good luck to any club who start up front with Jordan Ayew and Mateta and want results. I'm sorry, that's
Is he
all I
not
can
the
say.
one making the decisions though? Because does he not have Odsonne Edouard, for example, who he never played?
Edward, he's bro.
I'd rather play him over Mateta.
Edward.
I mean-
What's he done?
No.
What's he done?
He weren't too bad at
Listen,
Celtic,
Celtic-
bro.
all
He
he's
weren't
done-
too bad at Celtic.
Yeah, all
bro.
he's done is shame the Scottish league by making it. He was a hitter in that league. Can't take that league serious. Edward.
Fairs.
In general, all I'm saying is when I look at this list,
It's just we got to give credit to Zaha, man. Zaha has carried that club.
and
His
listen,
injury ruined their
his
season.
contract's up in the summer. I wonder what he does, if he stays, if he goes. But when you look at these teams, it's like you said, a lot of them are struggling for consistency. Bournemouth, on so many occasions, have played well. They got the result this weekend, and then they just bottle out.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. It's going to be tough. So let's actually say who's going down.
I think Southampton and Leeds are definitely going down for me. I think those two are definitely going down. I think Southampton and Leeds are
Who's
going
Leeds manager now?
down. Joe Garcia.
Garcia, hype. Where they pick him up from?
Watford, isn't it?
Oh my goodness.
No, but he was Watford's best manager, wasn't he?
No, he was
Like their last.
Yeah,
decade
the
or
most
whatever it was.
successful. I don't know if that's the last place he
Yeah, I
was.
don't think it's the last place either. But I think those two definitely go down. The last spot, I just don't know. I think Bournemouth have shown glimpses that they have something to potentially move forward with. They just need to be able to carry out the
Southampton,
results.
Bournemouth, West Ham.
You think West Ham fall through the trap door?
I think.
Hey, if West Ham go down, Decker's 45 mil.
I said a brick coming down,
You
baby.
know what I mean? Grealish, that was meant to be you to your 9 for 50 mil. You decided to do a carry job. Now you're at City. Listen, as James
saying,
Ascot says,
unlock
the ripple
Enzo.
effect. The ripple
Maybe
effect.
Rice, unlock Enzo.
The ripple effect. Let me look at it. All right, let me say, I think
I've definitely got Leeds and Southampton going down. My third one, Leicester surely can't go down. Surely not.
Nah, Brendan Rodgers, man. He's gonna do it.
But bro, he escaped and ended up back here, bro.
It's Brendan, man. It's Brendan. Brendan ain't going down, man. Brendan's too good to go down.
Leicester I feel like they just have a little bit too much
They've got too much quality to go down.
Dakar, Madison, Barnes and that, they should be
Tielemans,
enough to
yeah.
stay up, man. Come on. Where is Tielemans? Has he been playing? I ain't seen that guy in a while for it,
He
to
might
be
be
honest.
down in tools.
I think Bournemouth are going.
Okay. So you've both got Bournemouth.
I'm going Bournemouth are going.
Yeah.
Sutton.
I'm gonna go. Oh, who are Leeds? Who's Leeds forwards? Bamford.
Bamford
not
and
Rodrigo.
Rutter, they signed for 40 million.
They had Rodrigo, innit?
Rodrigo hype.
He's the one that when he actually scores, he does well for them.
As a
Why you?
two-pack of
Rodrigo. Leeds. I wouldn't mind seeing Leeds down. I wouldn't mind seeing Leeds down there. That little derby that they like to hype up. All right, Bournemouth. You guys, let us know in the comments as well. Who do you think is going down? Bournemouth. I'm actually still going to go with Forest.
Okay.
I'm still going to go with Forest.
So
Yeah.
you're Bournemouth first and what, Southampton?
I'm still going to go with Forest and I'm going to go with Southampton because I don't think they have enough hearts. I saw Theo Walcott playing. I was like, bro, who is that? I didn't know. I got the hair. I was
I
like, brother,
thought it was the brother from JLS, bro.
I remember watching you in 06. You still kicking balls?
yeah, I thought it was him, bro.
Bro.
But listen, man, let us know who you think gonna go down.
That
So
trim, I don't know what he's good. Walcott used to be the the fade.
Skin fade guy.
You know what I mean?
Listen, man, you know, as they grow older, they have to experiment. You know? But yeah, let us know what you think.
You know what I mean?
got a
Can't say
few
what I
super
really
chats,
want to
too.
say.
Yeah, go on, let's go super chats. Oh my gosh, you're a dog.
I paused it. I got it at the right time.
Yeah, he did.
Super
I'm
chats.
saying Everton. All of you people saying Everton. You mad?
Man, they don't believe in Dash. Go on, let's go super chats.
Just
Everton are finishing
waffling.
12th.
Just waffling says if João Felix gets rid of some of his consistent mistakes, he's a Ballon d'Or level talent. On Graham Potter, he's very, very, very lucky. Some of these players are bailing him out.
Who's that about? Felix.
Felix and then Potter.
So
Oh,
Ballon
okay.
d'Or talent. What do you
No,
think about that?
yeah, I mean, nah. You need a lot of goals in this era to get Ballon d'Or, man. In my opinion.
Obvious comment, who's actually an Atletico Madrid fan. His profile picture is Kondogbia. He says Felix leaves Atleti and we find form again. He said as well.
Diego's dogs.
They blamed Simeone. You know?
How many goals has Memphis
Now
got?
that real
Memphis got 2-3
men
goals, something like that?
are still alive.
Memphis.
Oh, we were talking about all this relegation and that. We ain't even touched on a relegation team beating the resurgent.
Oh, no, don't worry, we're still going to go.
okay.
That ain't no
I
problem.
was thinking,
That ain't no problem. We're still going to go.
They're
Don't
back
worry,
on
man.
that,
We have
you
to
know
let that
what I
one
that should have
cook.
been top of the show.
And,
No, we're going to let that one cook, don't worry.
They're
and,
back, they're
and
back.
he goes, I told you, man, to get my uncle Abubakar. Now look.
About who? Us?
Yo, Vincent,
we
what's
should
Instead
go-
of who?
these days?
Vedkos?
He's got Aboobs, yeah.
Bruh. I'll take
Besiktas.
it.
It was that whole
he's a legend there, actually.
three-man deal, right? It was
Yeah,
Ronaldo to Al
Yeah,
Nassr,
yeah.
Abubakar to Besiktas, Weghorst to United.
That's the worst trade-off in the history of trade-offs.
Whole lot of mid.
Abubakar the only winner.
Yeah, maybe.
Boy, listen.
Maybe.
Got
No,
any more?
Weghorst got a trophy. So he's happy.
James Arthur goes, Ronaldo's now a 6-time Champions League and 7-time La Liga winner because of
Oh, 'cause of the
Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
And I think that's all we got for so far.
All right, sweet. Let's address that. The Liverpool fans thought they could escape. That's a shambles. You don't win 7-0 and then go and do that. I'm so sorry.
They're back in it.
I asked Moses that last week, though. Do you remember when I said to him, yo, is this the kind of game where you lot can get yourselves
said
up
yes.
for the United game? And then next week, when you go to Bournemouth or whatever, it's just kind of back to normal settings. And he was like, nah. Because the form over the last couple of weeks, I feel like, is that a blip, though? Or is that kind of just the story of this season carrying on?
The issue with Liverpool, yeah, is they turned up for Everton, then they lost the game afterwards, and there was the 0-0 draws. I can't say they didn't turn up for. They turned up for the first 50 minutes of Madrid, and then they got smoked. They might do well in the second leg.
coming up as well.
They might do well in the second leg. I don't think they'll go through. They might get a win there, like a 3-0 win or something. I don't know. They
Yeah,
might try-
3-0. That means they're through. Well, no, they'll go to penalties and shit.
Or made it like a 2-0 one. Actually, 2-0 one, but no, they're not doing that. They might win the game, but I don't think they'll go through.
Yeah, I hear you.
But it's like, it seems like they have nothing to fight for. And then when it's the big game, it's like, I've got one more left in me. And then it just drains them of everything. It's like, oh, we're going Bournemouth. Damn. I think that's just where they are. I think the season's not a write-off for them, but they're just in this flux, whereas that game kind of means something. We'll turn up for it. How many big 6 games have they got left? They might perform one of those games.
They got Arsenal. I think they're gonna
They
turn up for
the
Arsenal.
big games.
Yeah.
They seem to be turning up
Yeah.
for the big games. It's the smaller teams where they seem to be kind of just throwing it away. What do you think?
I mean, it's a weird one because I thought after 7-0, surely
back,
you
yeah,
can't.
yeah.
Momentum is now.
Surely you've
fully
got
under
to
your
go
wings.
on a run here, but they've shown us that they're just forever this season probably just gonna be an inconsistent team. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they'll go through next week, so they're gonna have to just focus on the Prem. But I mean,
Then it becomes one
I feel
game a
like,
week, though.
bro, Man United, we're the only team to make Van Dijk look back in his peak. For goodness sake, you know what I mean? Salah. That pen.
We need to trademark that sound effect. You
That
know?
pen. Hey, I guess it happens to the best of them. You know what I mean? I
No,
guess
but
it happens to the best.
what was
of
his
'em.
concept? That was the idea pen, you know.
And
You don't say idea, but that's the idea pen.
Yeah, that was. You know, I'm Liverpool's all-time top scorer. I'm feeling good. You know what I mean? I'm gonna show you guys now. I can start finessing penalties in different ways.
Man
and-
said whipping an excursion.
Yeah,
man. Tried
man.
to gigs it into the top.
Now I'm telling you, listen. I'm blaming that 7-0 on Weghorst touching the Anfield sign. Yeah, I mean, like completely shifted
Didn't
the
he say
energy.
he was not
Yeah,
touching it? He was
but Van
distracting
Dijk barely
Dijk.
knows him, man.
That's a great. No, actually,
Van Dijk barely knows him.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
rude.
lie. Yeah,
That's rude.
He's like, Van Dijk's like, bro, you should have acted and been like, bro, I don't recall. When did we become boys like that?
We've only had 2 call-ups together.
Do you know what I mean? What do you mean?
we
Like,
ain't even done camps together, you know.
yeah, bro.
Did you see, you know, before the game against Betis, did you see that he used part of the Glazers out protest in his Instagram?
Yeah, he tried it. Yeah, he's trying to buy our love, man. You trying to buy our love?
Even the
Performances,
tears midweek, even the tears midweek. I'm sorry, man. You ain't fooling nobody with that, man.
Yeah, man.
Like,
That was the Pat Bev, man. That was the Pat Bev. You overdid it a little bit. But hey, listen, who knows how it feels to score at Old Trafford? You know what I'm saying? But let's back to Liverpool. I don't know. I was surprised to see them do that. Klopp seemed fuming in his presser afterwards, and I don't know, man. Listen. I ain't gonna throw bare smoke at Liverpool fans right now. Some shameless United fans are doing it, but yo, 7-0. I ain't recovered yet. You know what I mean? But they need to do their thing, bro. I'm surprised at that. I'm very surprised.
I think top 4 race is going to go all the way down to the wire, to be fair.
Yeah, I
don't
agree.
think it's kind of locked off or anything. So we took advantage of it this week, obviously. But I thought that would happen as well. I was like, as soon as we get dumped out FA Cup, Champions League, pressure's off,
do something.
watch us go win this game and then 3-1
Great
at
header
home.
by
So it's
Kane.
like,
Do you know what I'd say about that though? You mentioned it again. I give you credit. You mentioned it. I think it was probably about 2 weeks ago, and it's the reality of the Premier League. That 4th position goes to the team that decides not to fumble it the most.
yeah.
Everyone is trying to fumble it. Everyone is trying to
But it's like that every year. I feel like you top 4 races like that every year.
That
now.
was the 3 of us.
all the
last
time.
yeah.
3
I even
years,
remember
basically.
18, 19.
No, but that's what I'm saying. In like
We
the
were
last
waiting for
like
Leicester
6,
to
7
fumble.
years, it's just been that.
It's just who's gonna bottle it
Yeah.
most, and it's just like, yo, some quality, please. This wasn't meant to be the Barclays, bruv.
It's almost like a cycle of this pod, yeah, as well. Watch, come in like a month time, Cams will come with the yearly, hey, football's dying,
Bro,
Hey, the quality in the game
And then what
is
happened?
that the
And then what
flowest
happened?
level. I
Chelsea-
can't believe what I just watched in that semi-final Champions League.
And then Chelsea win the Champions League, and what happened? This was the worst Champions League win of all
Yeah,
time.
yeah,
It's
good.
just cyclical.
Bro,
Once a year, we get the Cameron of football's dead. It's like, you know, the rap is dead thing. It's same all over again.
it's the truth though, man. It's that, hey, yo, it's
Some
the
quality,
truth.
please.
It's actually the truth. Some quality, please. How many times do we have to say, oh, it's the battle of the mid? Some quality, please. And the thing is, next year we're gonna say, cycle, as you said, repeats. Next year we're gonna be like, United are gonna sign players. 2nd year under Ten Hag. Pep is gonna want to come back. Arteta's gonna strengthen more. Chelsea are coming back. Liverpool. Then by this time again, we're gonna be like, oh, we're just bottling top 4. Every year we're about to have the best ever Prem season because everyone's gonna strengthen. Then you get to March times and it's who's the worst of the top 4. Like, bro, it's embarrassing, bruv.
And there's
You know what I'm
always
saying? Am I
there's always
lying?
like a pretender team in there as well. This year it's Brighton.
Yeah,
and like,
Leicester
you know,
the last
Yeah,
couple
all
of
these
years,
little
West
do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? The phrase that they like to throw is play the best football outside the top 6.
Yeah, but give big credit to Brighton as well.
They're
though.
cooking.
They-
That's what I'm
they-
saying.
they
They're
do-
cooking.
yeah, they are
But
doing
you have to
their
give
thing,
credit. But what will happen
Yeah.
next year is they'll be like, you have to go further.
so- Yeah, and then all of a sudden collapse.
Yeah.
That's what's gonna happen, innit?
Listen, man.
It's the cycle repeats.
Hey, we're making it sound like we hate podcasts about football. That's why I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna say this. Listen, man. Let's go
Listen,
champ
we're
and
vets,
duds,
man,
man.
we're
Listen,
vets.
next week, you already know what time it is next week. You know what time it is next week. So that's probably gonna, that might be a 3-hour special. So we're gonna have to, yeah. Anyway, let's go champs and duds, man.
Ooh, actually, let me read out some from the tweet I sent out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Before you
Whilst you
do
got to
too,
get
there's just
involved.
one last super chat.
Yeah, let's go for super chat.
Go
Just
for it,
one
go for
last one. LJ Brown says Cam's eternal battle of Grizz never stops.
Grizz hype. Grizz hype.
it.
What nominations have we got?
Oh, actually, to be fair, some of these might be even some of ours, to be fair. Timothy Aaron says, has to be Casemiro. Even before the red card, his passing was a madness.
That's what done.
Big up Dammy as well. He's always a regular. He says, Champs, Trossard, Dango Utara, Shai Havertz, and Balogun, he says. And then he says,
Balogun's
Duds,
got it
Barcelona as an institution.
Yep.
And then he names a couple others as well. He says Salah. He says Anthony for telling Miro he'll win for him. I think that was fake, but that's funny.
No, it's real. Someone translated it, yeah.
So apparently, I don't know.
I don't.
Yeah.
He thinks he's him, innit?
Yeah, that's even. No, he's definitely a dud for that
He
then.
thinks he's him.
Yeah, just so that he goes. And he says PSG as well. United and Liverpool defo dud, says Delian. West Ham, Tom says, he's a West Ham fan as well. He says, this time last year we were battling for top 4 and due to win the Europa League, now we're fighting relegation. Yikes.
So, man, you got to charge it.
Yeah, and then a lot of
surprised
kind of
with
the
that, man.
same, to be fair. Oh, Marvin sends a good one, actually. The IU brothers. Big time duds.
Speaking of that, I know
Bad enough to terrorize the people of Ghana, but why must they continue to torture fans of the Premier League teams as well? Bro, These men are wanted for crimes against their country, for crimes against their father's name.
That's harsh.
Okay.
Come on, come on, that's harsh.
I don't know, man.
Man said,
He still loves you. I made he still loves you.
Man said crimes against their father's name. Yo, you can get punched up for that, you know. They can punch you up for that.
Punch him off. Nah, but bro, man did the foolishness with that penalty with Ghana at the World Cup. And then I'm sorry, whoever sanctioned him to take that penalty as a new signing in January as well. Pure duddery from the Nottingham Forest coaching team and IU himself. I'm sorry, that isn't courage and cojones to take. Bro, you're a bad penalty taker. Leave it to someone decent.
Yeah, it was my duds. Obviously, like Liverpool losing to Bournemouth is duddery. Casemiro getting a red again. Missing 8 games through suspensions, duddery. Champ, I can see a lot of people are saying Kvara. He did his thing. Good goal. Skanked, skanked bare man. You know what I mean? That was nice, bro. I can't even lie.
That's a Ballon d'Or winner, future.
I think Trossard got 3 assists today.
3 assists in 1 half.
definite
He's
champ.
the first. You know when they do the stat, he's the first player to do that in an away performance, and hat-trick of assists in an away performance.
Yeah, there we go. That's a champ right there. Yeah. And who else is there? There's Kane got his 20th goal, but he went out in the midweek, so I can't call you champ of the week.
Yeah.
But
who's
20th goal in the
a
Premier League?
moment, champ moment. That Matthias de Ligt clearance off the line midweek.
Big.
You know how they move. That shit moves me. Oh yeah,
Dud, Messi, Boss and PSG. Duddery, Messi. No, Messi. Can I ask for Messi's contributions in knockout rounds since 2015?
Most goals and assists in Europe this season, though.
I said, can I ask for Messi's contributions in goals in knockout rounds?
I like that.
I said, can I ask for Messi's contribution in knockout rounds since 2015, please?
I think he's scored in every single year except the last 2.
What do you mean he's scored in every?
You asked for his goal contributions.
I didn't
in
say.
Europe.
I said, what has he done?
Choose your words wisely, please.
I said, well, look at him. They're getting touchy, right? They're getting touchy. Can I please? Can I? Yeah. Listen, it all stems from the Pepites. Can I ask for Messi's contributions since 2015 in the knockout rounds of the Champions League?
Can I ask you a question?
Wait, hold on. Hold on. Is that an uncomfortable question? Is this an uncomfortable conversation?
It's a fair question.
I'm just asking.
Can I answer?
Are you the face of Messi FC or something?
Yes.
You tell me.
The coolies. He's one of the coolies.
Don't do that.
Let's hear them try and defend this. Oh, can you get the stats, production, please produce?
I asked you a question.
Go on.
But you asked me the stats. I give you goals. You said, "Oh, now it's goals."
I need to know his stats. I need to know the losses that he's been under.
So, do you not impact the Champions League? It's either you win it or you don't win it, and if you don't win it, you flopped. Is that what you're saying?
Do you think Messi has been good in the Champions League in
Since
the last
2015?
What year would you say he's been lit? 18, 19?
18,
that year
19,
that they went
17,
out.
he
And
was
what
great.
happened in the second leg?
His team lost.
What happened in the second leg?
His team lost.
All right, say no more. Listen, you see what happens?
Uncomfortable
They try and this is uncomfortable. I can tell it's uncomfortable for them.
I can see even the
he's
tension
getting hot. He's
raised
getting
in
hot.
the room
Calm
a little
down.
bit.
So Mbappe, since he first burst onto the scene in the Champions League.
Why black man slander?
Why are they trying to throw another black man? Why are they trying to throw a black man under the bus?
Straight away.
This is a catastrophe.
Hold on.
There's so many other players there.
Wait.
Yeah.
Trying to throw a black man.
Choose your words carefully, Lias.
Wait. They're talking about Mbappe. Mbappe, who this year, okay, cool. It wasn't the greatest year. He had the injury in the first leg, did nothing in the second leg. But Mbappe is there every single time, smashing. Hold on. You see, they're trying to throw the new gen under the bus. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
Because when I'm asking them, listen, Lias is the one that I've seen his tweets as well. I've seen his tweets. Mbappe has goals at every iconic away ground in history. He's got it. So don't start now trying to throw him under the bus, all right? Don't
You got him!
Don't start.
With his own
You know what? You
tweets.
sit this one out, all right? You sit this one out.
CultureCams.
Now I'm asking. I just want to know when are we allowed to discuss? Do I have to go to court? Is it court that I have
You know
to-
what?
Potentially.
Do I bring that record to
you
court?
have a
When I have,
case
do you know what? Next week,
You're
court,
building a solid case.
I will come with the stats.
Paperwork, come with
I will
paperwork.
come with the
paperwork.
performances, and I'll come with the results. Court is next week.
I will be
Court
there.
is next week.
No matter what.
Court is next week.
No matter what.
Court is next week.
Can I please show up and defend my client?
No, you cannot. No,
So-
you cannot. No, you
These are
cannot.
open and shut cases.
Court's adjourned for the day.
Yeah, court is next week. Court is next
Listen,
week.
man, I can't lie. Next,
talk.
that might be a 3-hour episode. But listen, champs and duds. Triple, 17 goals, best goal return of his career so far.
Aye.
Scored against his old club as well to knock him out. Following the footsteps of Kingsley Coman, who does that usually. And just man. I mean, fair play to him, innit? Like he's enjoying life. They say Lewandowski.
Who's that? Oh, Chupo. Yeah, man. It's time we stop talking about his agent and actually say, well
Fair play
done
to
to
him,
him.
yeah.
He showed that he's at the Origi
Bro, it's so
of that.
mad as well, yeah.
that world.
He's just disrespected purely for playing for Stoke.
Yeah.
Not even
Because he
like-
played for so many good teams
Bro,
in Germany.
He was bad at
Bro.
Schalke before that.
Nabry's looking at him like, yo, they don't know I played for Stoke too. I got run out of Stoke. They don't know he got.
West Brom.
No, was it West Brom? Sorry, sorry,
But
West
it's the
Brom.
same thing, though.
It's because of Pulis, isn't it?
It's the same thing.
I'm
though.
attaching him to all the clubs, man. I don't.
No, but it's
kill
the
me,
same
man.
thing as well, though, man. Like, man was in the dirt as well, bro.
Nah,
And that was in. He went. That was. Wait, was that championship one?
Yo, we could have done with Chupo, man, but we got Volt. You know. Somebody said, "Oh, yo, do you know what? Shout out to I think it was I can't even remember where I read it. Yeah, it was in my group chat somewhere. Yeah." And they said that there's somebody saying, "Vote, vote." That's the sound of the police. Vote, vote for Weghorst, bro.
Yeah,
His
that's
name's Vote
his
Weghorst.
chant.
Is that his chant?
Yeah, that's
Yo,
his
that
chant.
fucking killed me,
That's
bro.
his chart. That's his chart.
Man said, "Vote, vote." That's the
way.
sound of the
That's
police.
his chart.
Yo.
When he said for you, lot, that's what all the United fans were getting.
Hey,
gassed
don't
about.
kill me. Now I'm gonna say vote, vote, arrest him. No, man. Rude boy, don't watch that. Hey.
I said, does he?
Yeah.
So don't get me go old school.
Hey,
Listen, that's another episode, man. Listen. Oh, actually, before we go, last week, shout clean but opulent.
But opulent. Big these guys up, man. Go check them out. Look,
What does
look.
opulent mean?
Go check them out. It just who knows? Opulent, innit? Opulent. Clean but opulent. Hey, come back. Bring that camera on me, man. Bring it. Shout out these lot. You know what I mean, guys? Go check them out online. Go check them out. Type in opulent on Instagram. Go check them out.
Man
Say
pointed up here.
CultureCams.
He pointed up
Say
here like the link.
CultureCams sent you. Go to their comments and say, I want that piece. CultureCams sent me. You know, chat.
Say what?
Come on, now
You want
nah,
what?
you
now?
guys are crazy. You guys
Which
are crazy.
piece do you want? Huh?
That clothing piece. That thread.
Interesting
that
choice
thread.
of words.
All right, cool. Before we cut, hold to everyone as well that was involved, watched last week's episode. I think that's our highest grossing.
Yeah, what was
Oh,
it?
yeah, big ups as well. Yeah, over 40k now.
Yeah, over 40k. So big up all of you lot as well.
The community is growing.
Big up you lot as well because
Keep
ultimately,
sharing,
yeah,
keep sharing.
because
Yeah.
ultimately,
Globality.
yeah, everyone's talking about match of the day and whatnot, but you lot actually F with us. You don't care about match of the day hype. You lot are here week in week. Cause hold tight, you lot. And like we said, court is next week. We are going to go mad. So send your cases to the Stoppage Time Twitter.
Our personals.
Our
if you wanna
personals.
get one of them.
Drop them in the comments as well. And remember, provide your evidence. The more evidence, the more likely you are to bring your case to the court. And let us know. We might make it a bit interactive as well. I know we've got some mods, haven't we? But we might recruit some jurors. So if you want to be on juror service, drop StoppageTimeTV Twitter a DM if you would like to be a juror.
Twitter
Let us
DM.
know.
I need
Twitter DM.
I need serious cases put forward.
Yes. Yeah.
And listen, people, you guys know I'm building I'm coming with my case.
Man
that I
said
just
Robert
touched on.
Kardashian.
whoever's part of my defense team, whoever's part of my prosecution,
Bring the
send me the files.
OJ's team.
Send me I want to see DMs. Send me the records. You know what I mean? Send me the evidence. Because I'm coming. You know what I mean? I'm coming. We coming. Like you, famous quote. Are we not gonna? Now we're gonna pause me coming. Our legendary.
I was with that. I was
waiting for
what
the
you
week
tried
coming.
to do there. I
was waiting for the week coming. But do you know what they're gonna do now? They're not gonna send you the Barcelona one. They're gonna send you the growth hormone receipts.
Boy,
They're gonna send
all
you
I'm saying is I watched that.
Dr. Sebi hype.
Yo,
They're gonna send you.
I mean, I'm thinking, is that?
Is that legal?
Is that legal?
Listen,
I
man.
always questioned it. But it's a topic for another day.
Yeah,
but listen,
our biology episode,
Yeah.
anatomy episode, when we do our
Literally.
science episode. Yeah.
Where did you get that?
Science.
Do you do any science?
I did
Science,
double
I can't even
science.
remember. I
Did
got
you?
Science.
Yeah.
You do bioscience? You like
BB.
plants and that? That's why, innit?
I like what?
Plants.
Plants and
Yeah.
that.
Green. You like green, innit? Green plants.
That's enough for this episode. Like, share, subscribe, notifications on, and we will be seeing you soon. Justice for Gary. Big up Gary. And yeah, it's
Hey,
cut the mic, cut the camera.
Jesse, you scared, boy.